Hey everyone, and welcome to our first live stream of Hytale. Well, it's not actually the first. I've already done a few already. Well, I did one, and my mic was muted the entire time. I had it off in my Streamlabs setting without realizing because I was not paying attention. Just kind of got caught up in the excitement of Hytale. But yeah, after that, I decided, look, I just won't stream for a few days because I was just way more focused on actually playing the game than trying to talk to people on the camera, and I just felt like there's no real point in me live streaming if I'm not feeling the energy or having the ability to actually generate conversation, have a chat. So far we started off by kind of building this little town. Like, this is an open server, so everyone who sees this is free to join and come along on the journey. And like, I would really love to see more people on the server. I mean, the community on the server already is really, really nice and chill. And the vibe is that there's not really like PvP or anything. It's more like go off, build your own little town, build your own little kingdom, help us build a starting area. I don't mind. I mean, it really is just up to the player, but it's very more SMP, chill vibe, and not focused around PvPing and scrapping each other all the time. So starting off, we've got the little entranceway. I do need to actually build the walls, but for me, that's more of a group project because trying to build the entire walls is going to be, I'd say it's going to take a while. So I kind of like to get a few players on the server and actually go and do that. Sorry, I've just got a message that came in. Yeah, that's one of my friends that messaged me. Do your best to make sure your audio is good for the live stream. Well, if the audio is a problem, hopefully somebody mentions it. So starting off, we've got the tavern here. I have built kind of a lot of the buildings around the town so far. Like, people have built their own individual houses, but I've kind of taken it on myself to build things like the tavern, the stables, which you kind of have to design them a little bit awkwardly because horses, one, can only move through a 2 wide block. I actually don't know how he got him in there. Maybe he broke the walls. But two, as well, the other problem is you can't tame horses at the moment, and I'm really hoping to see that kind of brought in the next while, because for me, like, it's something that wouldn't require a lot of coding or a lot of work, I don't think anyway, and it would make an absolutely massive difference to the quality of the actual game, because like, just being able to ride around, like, there is a lot of traveling in this game. Now, you can use portals, but there is a lot of traversing, and I do feel like something like a horse or something you can actually consistently run around with would make the game a lot easier. Right now, this is my new build I'm working on. Not really sure what it is. I think it's kind of going to be like the market area, maybe. Like, that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going to have like sort of a warehousey vibe to this side where there's little stalls set up. And then maybe you head in here and there's other little stalls as well. I'm not sure. And then up here on top, I might go for like apartments for kind of people who have just joined the server. I mean, you can also stay the night in the tavern as well if you've just joined the server too. So trying to make sure the mic here is far enough away. I'm planning on getting kind of a better mic as well, because I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this mic at the moment when I listen back to some of my videos. Also could just be that my voice is terrible. So yeah, tavern's complete. I really love the trees on this game because they really just look natural. Like, I love the idea of kind of building like some sort of park avenue or something for like the rich estate. I think it would look amazing. Over here, this is the first building we built and kind of started like testing with the new roofs, because these roofs are much nicer than what you have in something like Minecraft. And I'm not going to just be sitting here dunking on Minecraft the whole time, but they just work much better than what Minecraft has. And like, I love the ability to kind of make this kind of slope that you have going here. This is the blacksmiths anyway. Right now it is sort of just the communal place. It isn't really the blacksmiths because it's got kind of all the different workstations. And for those who don't know, Hytale does kind of have a bunch of different workstations that you require to build things like furniture, which I haven't actually gotten to any of the furniture building because I haven't done a massive amount of interior designing. I'm leaving a lot of the buildings in the town empty because I like the idea of people being able to come on. Okay, well, that's interesting. I like the idea of people being able to come on and sort of design their own interiors if they want to take over the farm, for instance, if they want to take over the stables, if they want to be that. Like, that's what we're trying to leave an open for the viewers, and I hope we do get some traction on that and get more people in. So today, since I've done a lot of building, and I will be coming back to build this later, but I also want to do a review for the game at the end of the week. So I think the best thing I can do right now is to go off and actually explore some of the, well, just do some exploration. I don't know much about Hytale because I'm not like somebody that has been following the game. I followed it closely, but not as closely as other people on the Discord server and in the actual server I have here. Okay, let's see. So let's start off making some armor, I think would be the right way to go about this. I've got a weapon which still has pretty good health. A bow might be useful. Alright, so I'm kind of getting all my bits together for the actual armor. I just need to look where's the armor bench gone? There it is. Okay. So what can we build right now? Well, we can build, see, I don't want to use other people's resources because I feel a bit rude doing that. So I'm kind of avoiding, I might go, maybe we don't have much thorium, so maybe I'll just build some iron armor. That way I'm not mugging off too many people who have been on the server. But we are going to need to get some light leather, it looks like, or just have a mix of armor. I've already got boots, so let's just go for a chest plate. Can't build a helmet. Can't build pants. I really don't want to rob people's cobalt. That feels a bit rude. But, I don't have gauntlets, so give myself gauntlets, and then I'll build a cobalt helm, and hopefully that won't affect anybody up too much. Alright, perfect. So let's also kind of clear out this inventory because it is a little bit of a mess at the moment. And I can come back for all this later when I'm get back into my building. What is nice is, like, I feel like what's really great about Hytale is it's already got like the little features right, stuff like sorting inventory and these kind of things. It's already got that down and kind of done correctly in my opinion, which I think is really, really important. My building. Sorry, I just accidentally opened the stream. Just want to check that everything sounds okay. But if that played back, I do apologize. All right, so let's dive in. So I actually don't know what to do. Maybe I'll go mining. I haven't gone mining once yet, so I feel like that would be a good start to kind of get some exploration going. I'm actually going to get another pick and some repair kits as well, and some extra food before I run off into the wilderness. Well, I'll take that. And what else will I grab? I suppose it never hurts in these kind of games to have a stack of dirt or something. Wood won't really do me much good, though a few extra torches probably wouldn't hurt too much. What do I need for torches? Okay, we have that around. Do we really not have any plant fiber? I feel like we should have a lot of plant fiber around. Well, maybe I'll go have to collect some and make some torches. That's okay. What else do we need? Oh yeah, another pick. And we can't make any repair kits. Well, we're just going to have to use what we have then for now, because that just is what it is. And maybe when we're out looking for some... Well, see, fiber is quite easy to get, so I don't think we're going to be out looking for fiber for very long. Because I just want to make a few torches just to keep us afloat for now. There we go, 48 torches should do for a little mining adventure. Because I think if you're going to do a review, while I do have all the other people who are on the server's kind of opinions to be able to take in, you also need to, like, I also need to make sure that actually my opinion has a bit of basis too, like, from my own personal experiences. So we actually this isn't like some sort of automatic farm, we just set up a minecart just to see how it feels and how it runs. And it's okay, but it could do with a bit of fine tuning. I am just going to go hunt some animals quickly because I do want to get some light leather so that we can make some repair kits before we go down into the mine. Because I imagine that is going to take... Sorry, there we are. Does he give light leather? Medium, okay. So I don't really know all the animals that well and like what drops what, so that is still like something I'm trying to get used to. As I said, like mainly my start has just been building in the village over here, so this is kind of new for me, off exploring it and trying to figure things out. But I'm loving the game so far. Like I've kind of done already one video on it and kind of gotten some pretty negative feedback so far based on different kind of vibes. Because I've said like I think it's a great game. I think they're doing what they've said they're going to do essentially. Hey, look, here's it released. It's not a complete game. You know, it's early access, but yet a lot of people are kind of treating it like this is the actual game and it's complete. A lot of people are like, the graphics looks like shit and stuff. I mean, the lighting needs some work, but overall, I think graphically it's quite nice. Like, see, that's what I mean by the lighting needs to work, where it just randomly shifts like that. Like, there's bits that need work, but that's the whole point of early access, is for these kind of things. Did these guys drop anything? No, I just murdered that guy for nothing. Well, I got to double check. Okay, right, yeah, so that was just for nothing. Here, you bastard. There we go. So I've used a few different weapons so far, other than the great axe, which I've been meaning to try out, but I absolutely love the 2 daggers. Just something about them feels really good. Still trying to get used to kind of the timing of blocks and stuff, because I do feel like they just need to work on making the enemies a bit better. It sounds weird, but like, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but if you've ever played against a bad player, you almost don't predict them because they're a bad player, and I feel like that's the enemies sometimes. The way they attack is so slow and lethargic at times that I find the blocking them a bit awkward, because I'm not like they're moving so slow, or they're moving so awkwardly that actually makes timing your blocks more difficult. Okay, come on. They drop heavy leather. Okay, we've got 2 so far. We're gonna need a bit more to make some, just 2 or 3 repair kits for underground. But the world itself is really beautiful, and I think like it's the fact that they literally themselves have said there's 12 years left of what they want to develop, or like at least there's 12 more years of development paid for, and that to me just excites me so much, because like if this is what it's looking like now, I mean, fuck it, let's just go into a cave. If this is what it's like now, I just cannot wait to see what this game looks like in a few more years, because I think it's already got the basis to be in contention when it releases at a full release as a game of the year, which I know a lot of people aren't going to like to hear, but that's just my personal opinion on it. I am releasing a video kind of speaking about the 10 things I would like to see them add in their first 1 or 2 major updates over the next 2 or 3 months. Kind of what I would be expected the game to be putting in there, and we'll kind of see if that ultimately ends up, well, what ends up getting added. Oh, okay, right, so they explode. Fair enough. I said this is a side of the game I haven't experienced at all. So anyone watching this, you're coming on the exact same journey as I am for this part. A lot of people on the server kind of did, already got the best materials, or not the best materials, but got up there with some of the best stuff early on, which makes me wonder if maybe getting good gear is a little too easy, maybe, potentially. Oh my god, who's in here? It's kind of fucked up. I mean, they're wiggling, so I thought there might be someone alive in them, unless I'm killing them by hitting them. But shit, that was kind of fucked up. Because someone told me they got a Quebec or something from one of them, so I thought maybe they were going to be alive in there, but no. Turns out no. So I don't even know what materials are available other than the ones that I've seen back at home. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I love, the idea of being able to go exploring and finding these sort of structures underground. I feel like Minecraft just does not have these kind of things going on. And I know there's a lot of people, and I've seen it in my own comments, who are getting mad with like the comparisons between this and Minecraft, but they are just going to get compared. They're very similar games in a lot of ways. I don't know what people expect. They are going to get compared. They have similarities. There's a lot of people just getting mad that there's even a comparison going on, or they're like, Minecraft's way better. It's like, obviously Minecraft's currently in a better state than Hytale. It's only got, a few years of development on it. So of course it's going to be in a better state. I'm very intrigued to see where Hytale is with 10 years of development. I really do think it's going to surpass Minecraft. And I don't think that's an insult to Minecraft. I think Minecraft did its thing, and I think it did it in the right way. Like, they focused more on keeping the game simple and accessible for people. Only thing I will say about mining actually here, just not to get on a tangent, is haven't ran into any bad guys yet. They could do it with, you know, a bit more of a spawn of dickheads or just evil creatures around, because right now I'm not seeing anything. I mean, that's a rat. I don't know how scared I'm meant to be of that. Is it a villain? Like, is that going to attack me? It looks like it's going to... Oh. Doesn't look like it is going to attack me. Oh, no, it is. Okay. Oh, it's got some light hide. Perfect. Where's the other one gone? Alright. Look, I'm loving the feel of the game. Like, it feels fantastic. I genuinely think if you're, like, on the fence about this game, I would just get it. Because worst case scenario, you're probably going to get, like, 10, 20 hours out of it, even if you're not that into it right now. And then, you know, every update, or maybe every 1 or 2 updates, you come back in and there's a whole bundle of new content for you to explore. Oh. And what is this? A volcanic cobble. Looks the same kind of as basalt. It also looks kind of cool. I could see myself building with this. It's just the fact that, like, everywhere you go there's structures and stuff. I think it's so cool. Whether you're exploring underground or going around the map, are the structures, like, full of life? Like, on my little mini review I did of it, which you should go check out, I discussed how, like, the world feels alive, but also kind of, like, empty. Like, all the buildings are very lifeless. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, let's just let retreat up. Kind of wouldn't mind if enemies had, like, health bars or something. I mean, I suppose you don't need that kind of stuff either to give it indicator, but just, I feel like it'd be helpful at times. I really probably should have made, like, health potions or collected some health potions before running about here. And this is, like, the combat still feels like a little janky to me, like you're flying around all over the place when you're doing your little jump. And it is quite hard to control, as you can see. I wouldn't say, like, I'm the best Hytale player ever, but I don't think I'm that bad either. Gonna go fight that big boy over there in a second. I don't know any of these monsters or anything. Like, as I said, a lot of the lads have been running around down here. Me, I'm just chilling out here for the first time, kind of seeing what's going on. He looks like kind of a mini boss. There we go. People also did say it was a little too easy to fight things. I can see that to some extent there. Like, I don't know if he was some sort of mini boss or what he was, but, like, he looked 10 times more threatening than he was. People are also kind of saying the daggers are slightly overpowered. These are, like, things they can fine tune later. I think what's nice with these kind of games, it doesn't really matter if something is overpowered to me at the end of the day, because it's like who cares? Do you know what I mean? It's a single player game slash... Oh, it's not a single player game, but it's got single player elements, you know? A lot of the time you're going to be playing by yourself, so who really cares if, you know, if you can just beat the shit out of everyone? Does that really matter? Alright. There's a few little boys over here. Oh, shit. In hell. Okay, so he's not missing that shit. shit, I'm dead. Jesus Christ. Ooh. I just fell back in. Oh my god, shite. Okay, Jesus. Alright, maybe I'm not ready for this area at all. Or maybe I just need to heal up. Like, this is what I mean though, like, you kind of, the combat does feel janky. Like, I'm getting grabbed there, I'm getting flung around the place, but then when I'm like jumping in with my daggers like that, I'm also like kind of propelling across the place, so it can feel a little awkward. I mean, I'm definitely not using the best stuff either to be doing this. Who's this cunt? Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, you stay in there, bro. Like, none of the buildings really seem to have chests or anything in them that you can actually loot, so... And I don't even know if there's, like, diamonds or shit in the game, or how it works. Okay, that's more of those pricks. I don't really want to fight them. They were not very fun. A lot of the material seems to be on the roof as well, which is kind of annoying when you're actually trying to get up to it. Luckily, you can kind of vault around the place quite quickly, so it's not too bad. But like, so far from the cave side of things, I would say I prefer the building. Like, I've always kind of, I don't know, I've liked mining in Minecraft probably more than this at the moment. Again, early access, so pinch of salt with what you're saying. But I just feel like there's more of a variety of ores. I mean, maybe the other ores are meant to be super rare, but like, I just feel like I'm seeing a lot of copper. Like a bit too much copper. And it just need to be dropping a few more ores on me here. And there's a bit of iron at least. Is that a dude? Don't know what that was. That was a plant, I think. What's nice with the live stream is you kind of double down on the content when you're trying to make it, because I'm getting some content now that I can actually use for my review, and also being able to live stream to whoever ends up watching this, hopefully a good few people. But I just kind of am overly all so impressed by like live streamers who just do not stop talking, are like constantly at 100% levels of excitement, and I just think there is just a real skill to that. I hope it's a skill I can pick up at some point. But it genuinely impresses me how they keep the energy levels so high throughout their whole streams. Maybe I have to go deeper. Like, I am still wearing, some of my armor is still copper too, so I don't really know if we're in the best spot. Like, they're kind of, you know, the developers themselves said it's more focused on RPG elements. I haven't really seen that from what I would say. Like, yes, in terms of enemies, sure. In terms of progression, no progression currently in the game. I would say not so much right now. Like, I'm sure progression is going to get added to the game, but it's just in its current state. I'd be like arguing that because there's no progression, it's very hard to be arguing that it's currently in any sort of what's the word I'm looking for? It's currently just not in any sort of RPG state at the moment to me, and it has a long way to go before it reaches that kind of level. Recently there, I've just kind of did a video recently, or done a few, I did a video on Hytale called The Good, The Bad and The Ugly, and then I did some YouTube shorts off the video, which is what I normally do, just to try and get the video some traction and ultimately just grow it a bit. And what ended up happening was it got, like, a lot of them got hate, because I kind of, you know, ultimately said, hey, look, this game's in a much better position than Minecraft was when it first came out. And people just really hated on it, going on about how the game's 9 years old and blah, blah, blah. So, or Minecraft, sorry, came out in 2009, it's 16 years old, etc., etc. And I was very much like, well, yeah, but at the same time, I would still compare a modern RPG to something like Skyrim or The Witcher 3, games that came out years ago, because they were good games, and it's okay to compare, you know, games from now to games back in the day if you're trying to be like, hey, look, what makes this game great? Is it a great game? And I just find a lot of people are like just scared to criticize Minecraft. Like, Minecraft's an amazing game, and this game, I don't think it criticizes Minecraft in any way by liking this game. I think they're just both for different audiences, and I think that's totally fine. I don't see the issue at all. You know, see, that's kind of the stuff I absolutely love, is the way they can build these kind of structures and you can fly along them. It just feels, traversing the world on this game just feels so good and natural in a way that I just don't think you're going to get on Minecraft without modding it up. And that's the other thing that kind of irritated me a little bit, was people comparing this to modded Minecraft, being like, oh, well, you know, modded Minecraft's better than this. I'm like, the average mod on Minecraft that people actually play, like all the mods or something, has had a longer development time than this game so far. So of course they're going to be better, and they also have the base of actually playing off a really good game that is pretty easily moddable. Okay, I really am just finding iron. I mean, I'm getting a bit more iron now over copper, but still not like much other than them two. Kind of don't want to do too much more fighting. That was not particularly fun. I haven't seen any like thorium or anything, but maybe they're into different biomes. I really should have probably asked some of the lads in the Discord before I jumped in here. Oh shit, I can't block. There you go. I'm just gonna have a quick check where we ended up. We're a bit away from town. I also don't like that the map just reveals itself to you. Like, I would much rather find things like this without, because I didn't know that was there, by the way, even though I've been in here loads of times. I literally have a death thing there. But I would prefer if this was just more something I found randomly rather than true just looking at the map. Alright, we're gonna go for round 2 at one of these boys, and let me eat a little bit of a leg so we can get some healing while we're there. Alright, so that was not as... I do find that though. I find like the first time I fight an enemy, I'm always like, oh fuck that. That was hard as shit. And then the next time I fight him, it's like totally chill. And he was not that hard to fight at all. What's this thing? So I think if some of it's on me and some of it's, I think, on the game. I just do not want to fight any of these boys right now. Shit. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. Oh, you cunt. Fuck off, Jesus. I hear game, Jesus Christ. Fair enough, like, but fucking hell, even the places I just been had the bastards in it. Well, that is going to be a fucking bollocks to get back to. Where the fuck was I? There. It's going to be just a digging straight down job, I think. Fucking hell. Alright, so mining's more difficult than I expected. Maybe I just don't have the right gear, but I feel like surely iron should be enough. I mean, I do have copper boots, but the rest of my armor is pretty alright. It's pretty okay. We're on day 95, okay. So does that mean I get to do one of those Minecraft videos like, I tried to survive 100 days in Hytale and here's how it went? Just do not want to fight anybody right at the moment. Oh, fuck off. they're gone. That's actually good because I didn't know how to check how many days you actually played on the game, so that is good to know. Well, I do need some cobblestone, so at least you get to watch me do this. I know they should say you should never dig straight down, but I feel like that's just got to be ignored today. Ooh. Okay, who are you, bro? Oh, sure, I'll take that. These look kind of interesting. That's interesting that a bookshelf gets broken by a pickaxe quicker rather than... Not much here. Might be time to get into the bow and arrow though, if the bow and arrow is going to make it like that easy to catch things. You know? Because that was quite... Well, it was much quicker than what I was doing. Oh my god. Right. Well. Well. So I promise I'm better at video games than it looks like right now. I mean, they did say you should never dig straight down, and I kind of broke the cardinal rule. And I mean, it would have just taken 2 seconds to look underneath me, but yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully I can just find that hole again. I mean, I can't even go down the hole because I will die falling down that hole. So I'll have to dig another hole, and get back to my shit. At least we can collect a bit of cobble this way. Like, I do feel like I need to start a sort of quarry or something because collecting cobble has been a bit of a nightmare. Not that it's like any slower than mine. Well, it's a little slower than collecting it on Minecraft. I mean, I would say resources in general are a little slower to get, other than wood. Wooden logs are quicker to get, but... Well, the wooden logs are quicker to get. The actual... Okay, where the fuck would I have dug the hole here? How far down is that? Probably too far to fall. While I think that wooden logs are the easiest to get, every other material is much, much harder to get. So, that is a bit of a problem. I'm interested to see how good the AI are at mapping themselves. Like, will it just fall down the hole here after me? This for fucking volcanic rubble is no fucking joke, man. Does not break up. Okay, I think that's everything. Is that is that all the shit I had? I don't think that's all the stuff I had from when I died earlier. Let's have a look. I mean, that's a lot of yeah, probably is all the stuff I actually had. That's weird though, because I don't feel like I died there. Maybe I did die there. I feel like I did. Maybe just the way I looped around, that's where I did actually die. I mean, there are more of those cunty fucks around, so it could have been. Let's just get our ass out of here. Well, that was my mining experience. I feel like I need to chat with the lads a bit more before I go on that kind of run again, because I don't know, I don't feel like I'm ready to fight the monsters there. Maybe I'm just being shit. Highly likely situation. But at the same time, it does feel like they're tricky enough to take on with whatever gear I've kind of set up. Maybe I need to get into like using a shield or something. How did I get over there? Okay, there we go. Like, am I just better off just doing like just focusing on the building, because that's what I seem to be okay at on this game. Whereas actually trying to do anything else, I'm coming off a little bit incompetent. So that was sort of that's the mining side of things. Anyway, I think I got a little experience of it. I will do a bit more of that over the weekend before I drop a review, because I don't feel like I can just base my entire mining experience off that. Might just need to ask the lads what kind of tactics they use. Do they go and fight every monster? Do they avoid things? Maybe they're... I don't know if I'm using the best food source. It seems quite easy to get the cooked meat. In my head, I'm going with the Minecraft. Ooh, the steak is kind of the best food source, but maybe what I'm doing isn't the best food source. We do have like farms and stuff, so maybe I should look in to see maybe bread's a better food source. Maybe making something with... I'll actually go and check it out right now. Why not? We've got the time. Not add anything else. Sorry, if I'm looking over to the side here, it's just looking at the chat occasionally. And it's also just making sure everything is like recording properly, like the quality and these kind of things. Like, it's definitely coming together, the world. Like, the plan is kind of walls all the way. Like, I kind of want to go down there, because we're actually breaking the river up that way, so we can connect. I'll actually show it on the map, so you can connect up to the ocean. So we have some sort of like pathway here. I would like the wall to go like all the way down here, or maybe even like down and around like this kind of is where I would like the whole city to be. I mean, obviously we need a lot of players for that, but hopefully we can grow the server and get to that amount of people that can actually fill up this kind of city. We're going to repair the old Forgotten Temple. I think it's going to be really nice. You know, if I have the energy for it. Hopefully I do. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. I definitely have the energy at the moment. I'm sort of quickly look into these food sources and see if there's anything we can build that's a bit better, because I feel like, I don't know, if these legs are not keeping me alive. Is there a way to get more health? Oh, see, these all offer you. Alright. Okay. Fair enough. Defense is only 24%, so I feel like that doesn't seem. Maybe that is good. I don't have a clue. Where's the cooking station? There we are. What's this give you? 10% to health. Health regen 1, health boost 2. See, that's already better. Meat skewer. What else can we make? I suppose you can't really make. Okay, well, have a look. Well, see, the bread instantly restoring 15% feels okay. Well, see, that instantly restores 10%. So maybe you'd rather 10%, but with a bit more going on. Maybe well, we've already maxed this out apparently. I know you can buy recipes off some of the guys. Maybe that's what we need to do, is buy up some recipes, because, or maybe I need to be making potions. Like, what does a instantly restore 20%? Another yeah, see, this is what we need for when we're out there fighting. Definitely. That's quite strong. And you can turn into a dog. I'll give it a go. That is kind of quite cute. I don't know how helpful this is, because I think it still has my. I don't know if it has my gamer tag above me, but if it does, otherwise this would be a really great way to like sneak into. Oh, you can kind of, and you can maybe move through smaller spaces. I need to. How do we test that? I'm trying to find like a one wide gap somewhere where I can see if I can slip in. Can I place blocks in this form? See, that is very cool. You can like kind of sneak around. That is quite cool. I feel like this could be quite fun for mini games. Like, this is what the game has so much potential for magic and these kind of things. But I'm just gonna whack the armor off quickly. Oh my god, it's fucking adorable. How do I see myself again? See? Oh, that's it. Back to me. But I feel like the game has so much potential for like polymorph and magic and shit. I just really would love to see a bit more of it. Sorry, I'm just checking something with the stream quickly. Alright. That's fine. Sorry, just giving a quick check of some. Just the audio was looking a little off for me, but it looks all okay. Yeah, no, I like the polymorph is really cool. Like, this is, if they get magic right, and I feel like this is the thing that's so exciting about this game. There's just so much they can fucking do. That's why I have to make a video talking about, like, well, recently I'm getting a ton of hate about, as I said, about the whole Minecraft, kind of from Minecraft fans. And it's not really hate. Like, I feel that's harsh. Like, I don't think they hate me. They just don't know what they're mad at me about. But I feel like I want to kind of do a video discussing that kind of side of things, and also just discussing like what the potential of this game has, essentially. As I said, I want to discuss what can be added, what can be implemented to actually make this game just play better. I don't know what I'm going to do next. Like, I want to see other sides of the game, but I really think I would have to chat to people who are a bit more knowledgeable about the game to actually figure out what that is. Because of course I can go off and explore, because I haven't even gone like over to this biome, but apparently that biome's pretty nasty. I haven't been up over here or anything, and that looks just very cool on the map. Maybe let's just head over that way. I'll take the horse and we'll head up there. I haven't seen it, so let's go check it out. We may as well. How do I get on this guy? Oh shit, I do have a lot of crap in my inventory. I knew I need a free hand. Can I just mount? Why can't I get on him? Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Can I get on this guy? No. Okay, well, fair enough. We're walking out there, apparently. These are the things you kind of have to just take with fucking things. Oh, Courtney, this is one of the guys on the server is named Quabs. That's the blacksmiths. I built that. I'm working on this kind of warehouse / apartment. Down here we've got the stables. I built this. This is another one of the players in the server's houses. This is the tavern for kind of new players who can kind of set up in there. There's rooms and stuff, and I'll show you the inside quickly. As you can see, we kind of just got like a bit of a tavern-y feel. Like, this is what's great is people have said like the building isn't that good on this, but I just find there's already a load of cool customizable items. So I'm hoping to see even more added in the future. Where else have we got? We've got, this is a little portal thing we have that teleports us to some of the other players' bases. Over there is another one of the guys' houses. We still like the area is still quite empty, and we do have a bit more to be putting in. After I do this sort of warehouse, I think I'm going to work on a chicken coop because they're one of the only animals you can actually tame. So I would love to do some sort of chicken farm or coop or something like that. We're gonna head over to this mountainous area here because I was actually wondering if this is even in the game or if it's just like you can't pass this area sort of job, because I don't know how, like, if the whole world is explorable. I think people said it is. I don't know how randomly generated it is. These are all things that I need to do a bit more research on. Even though I follow the game closely, like, I haven't watched every single developer update, so there's definitely a few things I need to catch up on myself. Does this no, your stamina is just always 10. Okay. I think what's great is there's so many little customizable structures around as well, like just around the world. And one or two of the people on the server have just taken the customizable structures and just built their own base out of them, kind of across the map. And I think, like, if you're someone who doesn't feel that confident in your building abilities, it doesn't take much work to take a building that already has kind of the structure laid out but is a bit ruined and just put in some blocks, and now all of a sudden you've got this kind of nice, decent looking base. Is this chalk? Okay, might need to come back here later for this. We are doing a bit of building with this, so how the fuck do I get up here? Alright, so this is kind of what the mountains look like. They did look a lot more epic on here, but maybe once I get up a bit, they're gonna look a bit better. I mean, they still look relatively cool, but just not as cool as I'd hoped. I think the other side of, like, all the criticism this game's getting is if you go onto, like, the Hytale Reddit, which has the most hardcore fans, and they're not always the best way to judge a game because they're gonna say stuff's great even if generally are gonna say stuff's great even if it isn't as good as it looks. But at the same time, if the fans are, like, happy and enjoying what the game developers have put out, then I would probably say that's a success. And overall, from everything I see on the Reddit and everything I see online, like, it does really seem like the fans absolutely are loving this game. The people who followed this game for 8 years seem to love what's come out. And while they are criticizing things, it's constructive criticism. It's like, hey, this could be implemented, or this could be changed, or this would be better if it was this way, you know? Okay, what the fuck? Alright, I guess I don't want to climb back up here, though. Look, I can take one hit off him anyway, and we'll find out. Oh my god, climb, you fuck. See, people did say the pathing for the enemies wasn't very good, and I'm getting that sort of vibe right now. Fuck off. What the fuck? Okay, so he can't. So he's kind of covering that base, right? I mean, that was not well done at all. But fair enough. He wasn't actually too bad. I do feel like if you're fighting any of the individual enemies on their own, they're never that bad. I think it's when you kind of get jumped by a group of them. Like, those frog guys are the worst guys I've ran into, by far. Because that ability to just grab you, and their accuracy seems quite ridiculous. This is actually a good place to come mining, I guess, if you don't want to go to the caves. Well, see, this is quite nice. Like, I would love to... I'd set a base up on one of these, or up on the mountain here to overlook this. Like, again, is it as beautiful as a Minecraft shader pack? No, but, like, this, it's more beautiful than base Minecraft so far, definitely. Definitely so far. So it's just about taking everything objectively. What's this? Gold? Oh, why is none of my gear on? Oh, I took it all off when I was a fucking dog. I'm a fucking idiot. You know what, Courtney? I also forgot to show you Ethan's build as well. His goblin hut. And that is on me, and that was rude. This is quite cool. I don't know, like, if you can get affected by weather or anything like that. I haven't. What type of wood is this? Fir logs. Okay. Well, we'll take a few home and see what you can build with that, or what the wood looks like. Let's just go to the map. This is kind of an easier way to explore things at the moment. So like this, so you get CD. Like, look at all these little structures around the map. Is there any content in them? I don't think so. Like, a lot of them you go in and there's no chests or anything. Some of them don't even have mobs. But it's the fact that that doesn't require a lot of work. Whacking a chest into a structure you've already procedurally generated is not that hard. Putting mobs in an area that you've already made is not that hard. I'm not saying game development isn't hard. I'm saying the beautiful thing about this game is you can clearly tell the engine is already in a great place, or whatever they're using is in a great place. Like, the structure is just already there, and it doesn't take a lot to change things. So, as long as the code's clean, I don't actually, obviously I haven't seen the actual code of Hytale, so I don't know if it's well structured and well optimized and all these things, but you'd like to think so. And even if it's not, what's great is they have loads of time to do that. Like, there's no pressure from the fan base, I think, to get this game into a perfect position in the next few months or year. Just little tweaks just need to be made, and it's going to be a much better game than it currently is at the moment, which I already think is good. Like, again, if you want to go check it out, I really would recommend it. And I'm not getting paid or anything to say that. I just genuine own opinion that I think this game is 100% worth the money. I might, like, for things like how the ores pop out, I think it could be nicer. I suppose you don't want to make it look exactly like Minecraft where it's embedded into the rock. But at the same time, I don't think how the copper sticks out is that nice either looking. So maybe they could just go for something more alternate. Because right now I do think it looks a little ugly. And there's things I thought look ugly in Minecraft. Like, the gravel in Minecraft looked ugly for years. But you got to a point where you kind of grew to love it. Just because that's how gravel looked. And, you know, sometimes it's okay to have things be a little ugly. Or have their own character. Even if it's not a character you particularly like. Just because it is different and it's unique. Yeah. Alright. See, these boys are no problem. They're just a little one tap. Now, I do have some upgraded daggers, so that might be why. Like, some of the buildings do have little. Now, someone's obviously come by here and looted. This is kind of near the base, so I imagine it has been looted. Some of the buildings do have those options. I do want to explore some of the other biomes, but I think I'm going to wait until someone else is on so we can explore them together, or at least I can get a bit of feedback on what I need to do, like what gear do I need to bring. It does seem like you might want to bring the health potions, because a health potion definitely would have saved my life a few times there, and a few repair kits as well would have made a big difference too, just for, as your pickaxes, no matter what level, I think run out after 300 hits, and then when you repair them, they're 10% less effective, I believe. So now you only have 270 blocks you can break. I think that is way too low. Same with the hose, and like same with the shovel's okay, and the axe is fine. The axe is probably too much the other way. Like, I feel like I'm able to chop down maybe 1,000 trees before the axe breaks. So the axe has gone the other way for me. It's too durable. So they just need to kind of find a bit of a balance there where it pushes you to go and collect resources, but also not to be like, oh, for fuck's sake, my pick's broken again. Oh shit. Is that an adult sheep? Oh, I don't have my box. Alright, I'm gonna have to come back. I need to get some boxes. I've been trying to collect sheep because I do want wool. I also want to test if the sheep grow back their wool because I have no clue on that. So that's the first adult sheep I've seen in the game. Other people said they'd seen them on the server, but I just hadn't seen any myself. So, all right, let's grab that. This house here is really nice. I like a lot what they've done with this. I love the way you can kind of place the slab sideways as well. It makes these really nice looking panels. Well, let's just shear them first. And then... Come on. I can't put this guy in a crate. Fuck's sake. Okay, so I can only put the babies in a crate. I mean, I think there's something a bit sadistic about that, but... We've got some wool, at least. That's a good start. I didn't have any before, so that's some sort of movement. What I think there is a feed bag I think you can use to lure them, so I guess I could do that. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Let's see. Do we have the feed bag anywhere? Doesn't look like it's anywhere around here. It could literally be fucking anywhere as well. There's so many different chests. I guess I could just make one quickly. Dump some of this off. And I can't because I don't have any fucking wheat. Me. There we go. I don't like the crafting time run things either. I've never agreed with that on games in general. I feel like it just makes things more tedious than they ever need to be. No one has ever played a game with a timer where it takes the craftings and gone, oh, thank God that I have to sit at a crafting table and stare at it. Is this going to work? Ooh. I don't. Come on, you little prick. There we go. At least we can run him in the right direction. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. I thought a feedback was meant to lure them. No? Some animals might be lured by this. Well, I guess sheeps are not it. Alright, well, back to the drawing board. This is the kind of stuff where, like, I know that animal taming and breeding is not done properly or hasn't been completed, so there is like work to be done on it. So I'm not going to get too judgy about this area of the game yet. Okay. Interesting. Didn't know poop was in the game. I haven't seen any yet. No, it doesn't seem like I have any other way to lure the sheep at the moment. Unless there's something I can specifically use to lure them. What would you think would lure a sheep? Do we have anything? Probably not any of that. For heck's sake. What do we need to upgrade this? Potatoes, onions. That's fine. So every like workbench station, besides some of them are just at their max level already, like they're tier 1, that's it. But most of them have to actually be leveled up in order to access everything. And it looks like mithril is the best material in the game. Well, look, I'm going to leave this live stream for here anyway. I wanted to do just a bit of mining and kind of experience that side of things. After mining and kind of seeing... I mean, most of the enemies are still very beatable, but I just feel like I'd want a bit more. I might go off and stream later tomorrow and explore the island over here or this region up here a bit more, or just see what other people have kind of said. Like these kind of structures are just really cool to go and check out. I mean, that could be a player structure for all I know. It looks very cool. Like I did find this really cool tower quarry near one of the bases, one of the guys in the service bases, and I'm literally just going to steal the design for it and build it here in this town because it just looks so nice. Like they've done such an excellent job, and I've often criticized Minecraft because I think they were so lazy with how they did villages for such a long time, and even now, and I just think they could always have been done better, and I think this game is showing that they clearly can be done better. So hoping to see a bit more of that in the future, or see how they develop that in the future. But anyway, best luck to everyone who watched. I know it was a bit of a slow stream because I was just trying to get my bearings and mining and stuff, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed.